And then this evening, after we've all sort of put our copy to bed, the biggest agencies in the world, AFP, AP, Getty, and Reuters, have all pulled this image from their individual libraries, saying that it has been manipulated. They obviously think that their reputations are on the line if they hold this image in their library. So they have been saying, basically, it's a Photoshop fail. I mean, at best, but very, very damaging, very embarrassing for Kensington Palace after the slew of conspiracy theories about Kate's whereabouts over the last few days. So yeah, very, very, very embarrassing.
It's really embarrassing because it credits Prince William himself as taking the photo on when they've sent this photo out. It's still on their social media page as of this morning. Have the palace responded?
Well, they've responded by saying nothing. I mean, they're not getting into it, which I find, quite bizarre, because the issue is for them that they have put this image out. Now, we normally get Princess of Wales taking images of the children. We get lovely photographs of the family at Christmas for their Christmas cards. And, sometimes there might be a sort of jumper out of kilter, some of the background has been lightened, and nobody, really takes them to task over it. But the issue here is this conspiracy theories that have got absolutely out of control recently. The palace hit out at the madness of social media just last week by saying, these conspiracy theories are out of control. Kate is just resting and recuperating at home. Give her a break. She's just had an operation. So, this image is essentially proof of life. That is what people are saying, that this image should have been, going through a lot of eyes. It's going to be seen millions of times around the world. And for them to have doctored it or photoshopped it in this way is absolutely extraordinary.
So to what extent has it been manipulated? Can you explain to us how it has been doctored?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's coming thick and fast with the issues of this. I mean, first of all, you started looking at the picture of Louis's fingers and why they are that way. He's probably just leaning a bit bizarrely. But if you look at Princess Charlotte's left sleeve, it's definitely been altered, potentially in Photoshop or some photo editing way, to possibly bring the family close together. Maybe they weren't all in frame. And her arm just doesn't add up. Then you've got Prince George's jumper. The colours of his blue sweatshirt change through the dynamics of his left shoulder. Then you've got a pattern on Prince Louis's jumper. I mean, God, we could be here all night. And so I think the real issue is that if this photograph was photoshopped or sort of altered in that way, everybody would have let it slide. However, with the agencies pulling the photo from their libraries, issuing a kill notice to all the global networks and media corporations, it makes it a bigger story, and I think Kensington Palace will have to react to it in some way.
Which begs the question then: how are they going to be able to keep quiet on this, Russ? Because it's if once people can talk on social media or they can speculate as much as they want, but once you get AP and Getty, which means it then affects the media, they are going to have to say something. This isn't just rumor mills on Instagram or the comment section.
Well, definitely. I mean, it was coming thick and fast this afternoon when I was looking at it, and it's the sort of internet sleuths were picking it apart, and we weren't really going to go into it because at the very base, it's a very nice image of the family for Mother's Day. However, like you said, like the big agencies pulling it really makes it a story. Now, I really do think that the old adage of never complain, never explain that the royal family have lived by for so long is out the window these days. It doesn't work like that anymore because so.
All right, so that was a long clip. Um, I'm literally shaking from inside, like inside. I'm shaking, and I am not a part of this experience. I'm just an observer, but this makes me really worry. Like, where is Kate? Where is Kate? And I want everyone to know that I was literally one of the first persons to start asking about that on this very modest YouTube channel. I was literally one of the first because I sensed it, and I don't have extrasensory perception, but I have something, just about have it, I'm on the verge of it. I felt that something was wrong, and everyone else was busy talking about other things. Like, what in the name of God is this? Why does it have like the sort of whatever? And so I started to, you go back to some of my videos. I mean, like going back 3 weeks or something before everyone else jumped on, I was like, where is Kate? I felt like something was wrong. I felt like something was wrong. Now, so now I'm shaking because with the Associated Press and all of these major outlets taking this extraordinary move, it proves what all of us have been saying all along for the last couple of days, at least, or at least 7 days or so, is that some weird cover up is going on. There's definitely a cover up, and Kate's family is, in my opinion, a part of the cover up because her mother never issued a denial about that fake TMZ photo, right? She never came out and said that was not me, right? She let the world continue to believe that it was her and her daughter, right? So then we have to go back to one of my theories. I don't know which video it is at this point. I make like three, four, five videos a day, every day on this. But one of my theories is that the only reason that Kate's mother would go along with the cover up is if whatever happened to Kate is a result of Kate's own hands and not William. This idea that this was a domestic violence situation. Another thing that's weird about this photo, which I thought but I did not say, is the actual way that she's sitting. I mean, it's almost like what I thought to myself is that her legs don't look real. It's almost like you have what do you call it? It's like you have like a fake, a human size fake thing like a dummy or something. And then you put a head on it. Her legs don't look real. You know, it's like they don't look proportional and her posture does not look natural. I mean, if you just had surgery and you're sitting with your two children, I understand you are a princess, right? But I don't think you would be crossing your legs in this way, in this particular shot, in a natural way. You would keep your legs closed, but they would not be crossed, if you know what I mean, right? If you know what I mean. There's something bizarre about the posture of this shot as well to me. But I didn't say anything because, I'm not an expert. I did not find, they said something about Louis's fingers. I saw the fingers, but, Louis is such a little rambunctious little kid that I thought, he was just crossing his fingers. But, you know what it is? It's very hard to cross your middle fingers. You can cross your index finger with the middle finger, but not the middle finger with the ring finger. But I thought Louis is the kind of guy who could pull that off if anybody could. But it is weird. So I saw that. I did not see, and I still don't see what they're saying about Charlotte's sleeve. I noticed that she was not wearing her wedding ring, but to me, that was not really proof that it's fake. It's more her posture that worries me. It seems unnatural under the circumstances, right? And it's also the fact that she issued a still shot and not a short audio wishing everyone well. Because if you are this well, look at her. She looks the picture of radiant health with her children. Under the circumstances, a more natural reaction would have been for her to issue some kind of video. And they have a YouTube channel. As I have been saying repeatedly, she could have done even a short 1 minute or less video because she clearly is much better. She was out with her mother, they tried to tell us the other day, dropping the children off from school, and she's well enough to sit in a posture like this after that kind of surgery. Then she's well enough to speak. So the thing is, she isn't well enough to speak. Kate is not well enough to speak. The Spanish media from the very beginning said that Kate was in a coma. I mean, I didn't focus a lot on that, because I'm hoping that that's not true, obviously. Um, but now I'm starting to believe that she is still in that coma. I don't believe that Kate can speak for herself. But that's not the point, because, I wish her the best. I don't wish any of this on anybody, and I don't want to keep harping on that. It's the lying. It's the lies. I am not look, everybody lies, but there are lies and then there are real mensonges. You know what I'm saying? This is the mensonges coming out of Kensington Palace are monumental, and they are intentional and they are meant to deceive millions and millions. And that is why William is not going to be king. You see, that's why I believe Harry is going to be the next king, because something I said, I feel it. I feel something is going to happen that is going to disqualify William. And I think we are in the middle of whatever that is. Because for him to put this picture out and say that he's not in the picture because um because he took the picture, and then to have these three agencies, including the Associated Press, come out and Getty and whoever the other one was, and say that this is a fake picture. And they have been uncharacteristically silent at Kensington Palace. They have not issued any explanation because they cannot. They have been caught red handed in a big fat lie. It's a big fat lie. It's a big cover up, and they're all involved. Kate's family is involved, trying to make things look normal, with Pippa going off in the skimpy bikini, the brother renouncing the release of his memoir, the mother not denying that this was her and her daughter in a car, right? This means that whatever happened to Kate is not somebody else who did it. If it was someone else who did it, such as William in a domestic violent beatdown, they would have been angry with William, and they would have told everybody what's going on, I think, right? I think under normal circumstances, that would be true. Do you disagree with me here? So I think that whatever happened, it's in her family's interest as well. And this is all my opinion and my speculation. Let me be very clear about that. I don't know the facts, right? I don't know the facts. I'm rendering my opinion here that if something had happened to Kate by someone else's hands, the family would be enraged, and they would be all over morning TV in Britain and so on. But instead, it appears that they're going out of their way to make it look like everything is fine when it clearly is not. So it means that whatever happened to Kate is something that Kate did to herself. Poor Kate. Whew. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. But the thing is that Kensington Palace has now been exposed officially before the global community as liars. At least they are manipulating the truth at a minimum. And a manipulation of the truth is a lie, as far as I'm concerned, right? Because under the circumstances in which we are, with this woman having been missing for so long, etc., 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 for you to do any manipulations at all is either intentionally deceitful or just monumentally stupid, right? Because you would open yourself up to so much, you know, so many questions, right? By doing that. So you should have anticipated that and just taken a fresh, clean picture with William in the picture holding his wife, right? And the three children. Happy Mother's Day, England, because he was all over um, International Women's Day, right? So he cares about women, right? And mothers. So he should have been in the picture and have one of his aides or somebody else take the picture of the family. That would have been more normal. So, what a tangled web we weave when first, William, we practice to deceive. What a tangled web we use. This is why typically I don't bother to tell lies, just because I can't keep up with it. I can't keep up. So, I can't. I'm not a good liar. So I overtell the truth because I share too much rather than lie because my head cannot keep up with lies. And the fact is, most people cannot keep up with lies, even when you are the future king of England and you are Kensington Palace and you are the royal family and you have all these people sitting down deciding, okay, how are we going to do this? Because William didn't do this by himself. I'm sure he's not a Photoshop expert, etc., etc., etc. Someone is helping him to do this, right? And but they're always going to leave something out. There's no perfect crime. There's no perfect crime. Look, where the bleep is Kate? Now I'm getting angry with these people. Like, don't lie to me. Where is Kate? What happened?